Hello everyone and welcome to InfiniteGyan. Today we'll be looking at some important questions of chapter 1, number system. So let us start then. Okay, so in number systems we talk about types of numbers and all, and then decimal expansions. We look at what are rational numbers, what are irrational numbers, things like that, right? Okay, so today we'll be looking at some few of the important questions. So what we'll be looking at is some important questions from NCRT. Bear with this handwriting. Okay. So one of the most important question of this chapter is finding decimal numbers between any two decimal numbers. So let us solve that. First one, first type of example. So if you are told to find five rational numbers between 1 and so find five rational numbers between 1 and 2. So what you'll be doing? Okay, so if you have to find out only one of the rational number, then it is pretty much easy, right? So how you do it? So you do it just 1 plus 2, add these two numbers, and then divide by 2. So you'll get the middle number. So which is 3 by 2. So it is 3 by 2, which can be written as 1.5. So 3 by 2 is the rational number between 1 and 2, right? So that's how you find just one of the numbers. But here we have been told to find out five such rational numbers. So will you again be doing the same task कि आप ये चीज़ वापस करते रहेंगे बार बार कि again 3 by 2 and 2 add it and then divide by 2. So it becomes quite tedious, right? So इस चीज़ को सॉल्व करने के लिए हमारे पास एक कुछ शॉर्टकट मेथड है जो कि हम ऐसे समझ सकते हैं कि आप ऐसे समझिए जैसे मेरे पास 1 है यहाँ पर और यहाँ पर है 2, right? So we have 1 and 2. So what we'll be doing is just multiply and divide by 10 over here. And over here also multiply and divide by 10. So that आपके पास दो numbers मिल गए यहाँ पर. So ये क्या हो जाएगा यहाँ पर? L ये वाला 10 by 10 and here you will have 20 by 10. Correct. So now what next? So now you just have to do change the numerators. So you can write between 10 and 20 you have to write down. So you can write 9 such numbers from here now. So numerator denominator remains the same, just change the numerators. So 12 by 10, 13 by 10, 14 by 10, all such numbers, right? And till you can write 19 by 10 till you can write. So you can at home you can try between, so your homework question will be okay, second one, which is you have to try find out five rational numbers between 3 and 4. Okay, that will be your homework. I will not be solving this. And now let us move ahead. And so what if the question would have not been like this in the form of, you can say, integers? Then how would you find the any such rational numbers, right? So what we'll be doing is, let us take another example, which is something I can take is something like between 3 by 5 and 4 by 5. You need to find out how many rational numbers. Okay, find 5 q's, 5 rational numbers you have to find out. Okay, so let us solve it. Okay, so again here the most important thing when you get p by q form is to check whether you have common denominators or not. So like here it is 5 and here also we have 5. So now again you can apply the previous trick, which is 3 by 5 multiply and divide by 10, and here also you do 4 by 5. So multiply by 10 and divided by 10, right? So now this thing becomes 30/50 and 40/50. Correct. And now what you have to do is you just have to check for the numbers between 31 and 50, 32 and 50, 33 and 50, or it can be anything, 36 and 50 by 50, 37/50, right? These are the five such decimal numbers between 3/5 and 4/5. Pretty much easy, I guess, right? Okay, so then I have a question that what if the numbers would have been like this? Fourth one, if it would have been 1/3, and you have to find out something like and between 1/2, find out five decimal numbers. Then what will you do? So here again you have to check denominators are same or not. Denominators are not same, so what you'll be doing is take LCM of 2 and 3. So LCM of 3 and 2 is how much? 6. So you can, how you can find out the LCM directly? So if these two numbers are co-primes, then the LCM will be multiples of this, because this does not have a common factor except 1. So again the answer will be multiple, LCM will be multiplication of 3 and 5, 3 and 2. Okay, so we get 6. Or either you can solve one more method is there, butterfly method, where you multiply this number with this number with this, and now you add these. Okay, you multiply these numbers 3 and 2. So that's how also you can solve. So here I have to make this denominator as 6. So by which number should I multiply? किस नंबर से मल्टीप्लाई करूंगा मैं? Is exactly by 2. So that denominator becomes 6 and 1/2. ऐसा क्यों कर रहे हैं हम? डिनोमिनेटर सेम बनाने के लिए, सो दैट हम हमारा प्रीवियस मेथड यूज कर सके. सो मल्टीप्लाई एंड डिवाइड बाय 3, बिकॉज 6 बनाना था डिनोमिनेटर, यहाँ पर 2 ऑलरेडी था, तो किससे मल्टीप्लाई करेगी? 6 आ जाए. तो आप डिवाइड करके देख लो 6 को 2 से, सो यू विल गेट द आंसर, राइट? सो अगेन हियर यू विल हैव 2/6 and 3/6, but still we don't have 10 such 5 such numbers. So what we'll be doing is, so let us multiply and divide by 10 now. So what I'll do is multiply by 10 and divide by 10 over here. Again here also multiply by 10 and divide by 10 over here. So you'll get 20/60 over here and 30/60 over here. So tada, that's how you solve it, right? So that's pretty much easy. तो आसान है मुझे लगता है ये तो आप सबके लिए. ठीक है. सो ये अच्छा क्वेश्चन, ये बोल सकते हैं अच्छे क्वेश्चन से. जब एक सिंपल पेपर हो तो आप मान सकते हो कि ये सारे क्वेश्चंस आपको देखने को मिल सकते हैं ज़रूर. सो प्रोबेबली एक क्वेश्चन तो देखने को मिल ही जाएगा, आपकी किस्मत अच्छी हुई तो इसमें से. ओके, नाउ इफ यू टॉक अबाउट numbers, like if I have to convert, again an important thing, which is converting something into P by Q form, right? So that is again an important question. So let us solve those type of questions. So if I have a questions like, if I have a question something like my, so convert 0.3333 dot in P into P by Q form, and where Q's should not be equals to 0, right? So we have to convert this in P by Q form. So what we'll be doing is, one is a longer method, another one is shortcut method. I'll be telling you both the methods. First, let us solve how procedurally we'll be solving if this kind of question comes in 2 or 3 markers. Then okay, let's solve it. So what we'll do is, so here 3 is getting repeated again and again. So first, all you have to do is, first step is let x is equals to 0.3 bar. Okay, so this is x का value, correct? Now what you have to do is multiply this. Let us name this equation as equation 1. Okay, so what you will be doing is now multiply this equation with 10. So if I would to remove this bar, then it would have been something like this. Now multiply this, multiply equation 1 by 10, because only one digit is getting repeated. So it will while be multiplying, this decimal will get shifted over here, right? And the decimal shifts right hand side when you multiply by something, multiply by 10. So here it will be 10x is equals to 3 plus 3 dot 3 decimal 333 3.333. It will keep going on, right? Okay, so next step, if I write 10x and if I separate this and write this integer form separately and this decimal form separately, then it will be 3 plus 0.3333 dot dot dot, will keep going on. And now what we have, so we have this thing is equals to x, correct? Here we हमने उसको लेट किया था, करेक्ट? सो हियर इट इज 10x इज इक्वल्स टू 3 प्लस x. सो आपका हो जाएगा, ट्रांसपोज करेंगे, x को ट्रांसपोज किया तो माइनस है, x इज इक्वल्स टू 3, 9x is equals to 3, and next step would be, so here will be a next step. So here it is, x is equals to 3 by 9, and 3 ones are and 3 threes are, so here we have 1 by 3. So p by q form of 0.33333 is 1 by 3. And you can check, आप इसको 1 को 3 से डिवाइड कीजिए, आंसर वापस सेम ही आएगा, ये वाला 0.33, कीप गोइंग ऑन, तो कभी डेसिमल के बाद रुकेगा नहीं. Okay, so if you have to look at the shorter way, then how will you solve? So here what you have over here, so we have 0.3333. Okay, how many digits are getting repeated over here? Only one digit, 3 is getting repeated, correct? So what you'll be writing is, so whatever is the number, so number is something, x is equals to 0.3 bar, correct? If something is like this, then what you'll do is, how many digits is getting repeated? 1. And you have to remove all bars and everything and then directly write down 0 whatever is the number. अगर कोई आगे नंबर लिखा है पॉइंट से पहले तो वो आ जाएगा, वरना आप डायरेक्ट 3 भी लिख सकते थे यहाँ पर, 3 अपॉन, क्योंकि 3 बार बार रिपीट हो रहा है तो उसको लिखना है, ठीक है? और डिनोमिनेटर में उतने ही नाइन्स लिखने हैं जितने डिजिट्स बार बार रिपीट हो रही है, तो एक डिजिट रिपीट हो रही है तो एक 9 लिखूंगा, राइट? करेक्ट, तो आप ये लिखेंगे. सो आपका डेसिमल फॉर्म क्या हो गया, इसको कन्वर्ट करेंगे तो 3 1s and 3 3s. So again the answer is 1 by 3. So that's a shortcut way to do. करेक्ट, समझ आ गया आप सब लोगों को? सो क्या किया हमने यहाँ पर, हम लोगों ने किया कि यहाँ पर कितने डिजिट्स, बार को हटा देंगे, ऐसे बार को हटाते आपके पास नंबर क्या बचा, 0.3. सो 0 पॉइंट को भी हटा देंगे, सब कुछ भूल जाएंगे यहाँ पर, और 0 3 लिख देंगे, राइट? एंड डिनोमिनेटर्स में वन जितने थ्रीज रिपीट हो रहे हैं बार बार, कितने डिजिट रिपीट हो रहे हैं, 3 का, एक ही 3 का डिजिट बार बार रिपीट हो रहा है. सो हियर उतने ही नाइन्स लिखने हैं आपको, सो हमने नाइन्स लिख दिए. सो आंसर हो गया आपका 1/3. ओके, लेट्स मूव अहेड एंड एक नेक्स्ट नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन देखते हैं. क्वेश्चन नंबर 6. ओके, इफ दिस case would have been something like this, another one interesting one. So convert 1.272727 dot 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 into p by q form, and then again q should not be equals to 0 over here. So again let x is equals to 1.272727, something like this. Keep going on, equation number 1, right? So now what you do, how many digits are getting repeated again? 2 7. So this is 2 7 2 7. 27. So two digits are getting repeated again and again. So I'll multiply by 100. Correct. Multiplied by 100. So it becomes 100x. It goes to डेसिमल दो digit शिफ्ट होगा तो यहाँ आ जाएगा आगे की ओर. So 227.87 will keep going on, right? तो आपका ये नंबर ऐसे पूरी तरीके से चलता जाएगा. ठीक है. एंड उसके बाद हम क्या करेंगे, यहाँ पर आपको एक थोड़ा सा एक स्मार्ट ट्रिक प्ले करना है. यहाँ पर क्या करेंगे कि आप यहाँ पर लिखा हुआ 100x उसको तो ऐसे ही लेने देंगे हम लोग. नाउ इसको मुझे इस फॉर्म का बनाना सच दैट ये मैं इसको कभी भी रिप्लेस कर सकूँ. ये पॉइंट को डेसिमल पार्ट को मेरे को अगर हटाना है यहाँ से पूरा वाला डेसिमल के बाद वाले पार्ट को, तो क्या करेंगे देखिए. सो क्या मैं इसको ऐसा लिख सकता हूँ कि आप ऐसा समथिंग समझिए कि 127 था, राइट. सो इसके अंदर से ये वाला वन सब्ट्रैक्ट कर दीजिए तो कितना आएगा 126. और कितना सब्ट्रैक्ट किया हमने, वन सब्ट्रैक्ट किया. सो 1 पॉइंट पीछे का 2727 वापस एज इट इज लिख देंगे. तो ऐड करने पर वापस 126 प्लस 1.27 विल गिव यू 127.2727 समथिंग लाइक दिस. ये वाला डिजिट आपके पास रिपीट होना स्टार्ट हो जाएगा वापस, राइट. सो here we have 100x 126 प्लस 1 पॉइंट ये वाला चीज किसके इक्वल है, इक्वेशन 1 से x के इक्वल. सो इसको एक्सपोर्ट कर देंगे यहाँ पर एंड फिर ट्रांसपोज करेंगे 1 माइनस एक्स इज टू 126, right, and 99x is equals to 126. Correct. Now I have to solve something like x is equals to 126 by 99. Can you divide this number by 3? Yes, obviously, right. 3 4s are 12 and 3 2s are 6. And here 3 3s are 9, 3 3s are 9. Again, you can divide 3 1s are 3, 3 4s are 12. So it is 14 by 11 is the final answer, P by Q form. So again, if the question would have been something like fast question MCQs में आता तो हम क्या करते, इतना बड़ा प्रोसेस तो नहीं करेंगे, राइट. सो हम क्या करेंगे उसके लिए. सो अगेन आपने क्या नंबर लेट किया, हमारे पास नंबर है x इज इक्वल टू 1.27 का पार, ये ऐसा नंबर है आपके पास, राइट. तो हम क्या करेंगे, सब कुछ हटाकर डायरेक्ट नंबर को लिख दीजिए 127. ठीक है. एंड नाउ इसके अंदर क्या, जितने नंबर ऑफ डिजिट्स पर बाहर नहीं है वो रिमूव, वो माइनस करना, सब्ट्रैक्ट करना है. सो कितने डिजिट में बाहर नहीं है, वन, एक डिजिट पे, तो जो डिजिट है उसको माइनस कर दो, 1 डिवाइडेड बाय. नाउ व्हाट यू डू इज एंड डिनोमिनेटर्स में उतने ही नाइन्स लिखेंगे जितने की डिजिट बार बार रिपीट हो रहे हैं, तो 9. करेक्ट. एंड आप उसके बाद अगर हमारा अगर कुछ डेसिमल के बाद एक और डिजिट होता है यहाँ पर कुछ, उसके बाद रिपीट होना स्टार्ट होता है, उतने नंबर ऑफ हम जीरोस भी लिख देते हैं यहाँ पर. अगर वन डिजिट के बाद रिपीटेशन होना स्टार्ट हुआ होता तो 990 हो जाता. टू डिजिट के बाद रिपीटेशन स्टार्ट हुआ होता तो 9900 हो जाता है यहाँ पर डिनोमिनेटर, बाकी सब सेम ही रहेगा. सो हियर इट इज 126/199, सॉरी 99. एंड ये चीज को हम सिंप्लीफाई करेंगे तो अगेन यू विल बी गेटिंग 14/11. करेक्ट. सो दैट्स हाउ इट इज. सो वी हैव कवर्ड टू डिफरेंट पार्ट्स. वन इज रेशनल नंबर्स, जिसके बीच में हमने को 5 रेशनल नंबर्स निकाले हैं, 3 रेशनल नंबर्स निकाले, कैसे निकालेंगे, और एक पी बाई क्यू के फॉर्म में कैसे इस चीज़ों को कन्वर्ट करेंगे. वन ऑफ द मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट टाइप ऑफ क्वेश्चंस वैल्यू which you will be which you will come across in this chapter. Okay, let us take another example. Now this time I will solve by directly by the shortcut method. Okay, so we have learned the longer method. Now let us move through shortcut methods. देखते हैं. So आपका क्वेश्चन है कि आपको 0.3235 और 35 के और बाहर है. सो ये इसको आपको कन्वर्ट करना है पी बाई क्यू फॉर्म में. करेक्ट. एंड हियर क्यू शुड नॉट बी इक्वल्स टू 0. That's the condition. Okay. So we have the number as 232, 235. Correct. सब कुछ रिमूव करके लिख देना है. एंड देन आपको क्या करना है, जितने डिजिट्स के ऊपर बाहर नहीं है उसको सब्ट्रैक्ट कर देना है. सो जो भी नंबर के ऊपर बार नहीं है उसको सब्ट्रैक्ट कर देना है। सब्ट्रैक्ट कर दिया आपने, ओके। नाउ उतने ही नंबर ऑफ नाइन्स लिखना है जितने डिजिट बार बार रिपीट हो रहे हैं। सो आई विल बी राइटिंग 99, right? So here we have 99, correct. And then how many digits which are after decimal are not getting repeated? One. This digit is not getting repeated. So here you will write 10 also. So now your answer becomes 233 990 centimeter. Ah, why centimeter? No centimeter, sorry. So here you will have the answer as 233 by 990. Correct. So that's the shortcut way to solve. Okay. Okay, let me give you a homework question. Then you'll solve for something like solve for this, the NCERT question which is given in your books, which is something like this. Convert 0.477 का बार, इसको convert करके बताइए. And then one more question would be something like 0.001 का बार. इन दोनों को पी पे क्यू के फॉर्म में आपको कन्वर्ट करना है. दैट विल बी योर होमवर्क, राइट. नाउ let us move ahead, and if you have to see like the type of decimal expansion again, this type of question can be asked in MCQs. So 10 if I have to talk about, then in types of decimal expansion, right? टाइप्स ऑफ डेसिमल एक्सपेंशन के अंदर जो एक टाइप के क्वेश्चन है वो हम देखेंगे समथिंग लाइक कि कोई डेसिमल एक्सपेंशन टर्मिनेट हो रहा है या नहीं हो रहा. डायरेक्टली बाय लुकिंग at the number you can tell that whether that number will be terminating or non-terminating, right? Okay, let's solve one of the questions. Okay, let me take one example first, and which is something like this. Okay, so if example is 1 by 11. So again, if you have to divide this number, so it convert into p by q form. P by q form is already there. It convert into decimal form. Then what you will be doing is we'll write 1 and 11 here, not divisible. Write down point 1 0, still not divisible. Write 1 0 and 1 0 over here. Now number of nines 99, or you will just say 9. Correct. So what you will do? 99. Sorry, my bad. Okay, now. So here it is. What you will be getting? Yes, exactly 1. Now we have already put decimal over here. Correct. So it will, again you have remainder 1. So again these two digits will get repeated again and again. So it can be written as 0.09 ka bar. 090909 bar. It will keep going on, right? Now moving ahead. So here I have actually divided, but without actually divide, I can tell whether this number will be terminating or non-terminating, right? So this is not terminating decimal expansion. How? That's the important question. Okay, let me take one more example, then I'll tell you. So here you have 36 by 100. So whether this will be terminating or non-terminating? Yes, terminating, exactly. So it can be written as 0.36 bar or 0.36 terminating decimal expansion, correct? Okay. Now, how can you directly tell this number is terminating or not non-terminating decimal expansion it will have? So here, if we are talking about denominators, dr is denominator. In the denominator, if you have factors of only 2 factors of only 2, 5, or you can have 2 or 5 together, right? और you can write better 2 and 5 साथ में भी लिख सकते हो, right? Either it can be separate like only 2 के मल्टीपल्स है डिनोमिनेटर के अंदर फैक्टर्स है, या फिर आप बोल सकते हैं कि नीचे सिर्फ 5 के मल्ट फैक्टर्स हैं यहाँ पर डिनोमिनेटर के अंदर, तो वो आपका डेसिमल एक्सपेंशन क्या हो जाएगा, टर्मिनेटिंग। और यू कैन से आइदर 5, 2 एंड 5 बोथ भी हो तो भी चल जाएगा, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, राइट? So then you will be saying that this number is terminating or non-terminating decimal expansion. Okay, let me give you another example. So if I have question like something like this, which says, which question number was it? 11. Let us name it as 11. Okay. Question number 11. So we have 11 question number, and the question says 4 is to 1 by 8, which is how much? 32 plus 33 by 8. Correct. So that's the P by Q form. And now you have to tell me whether this decimal expansion is terminating or non-terminating without dividing. क्यों है या नहीं? क्यों है तो है, क्यों है नहीं है तो क्यों है नहीं? ओके, आप सब अग्री करते हैं कि ये डेसिमल एक्सपेंशन टर्मिनेटिंग है? Yes, exactly it is, because it contains only two factors of 2. 8 only contains factors of 2, so it can be written as 2 into 22, right? The only factors of 2's are available, so that's why this number will have a terminating decimal expansion, right? Whatever is the answer. Now 12. Let's take another example. So if it would have been 3 by 13, then no, right? It is not, again, not a terminating decimal expansion. It is non-terminating. Non-terminating. Why non-terminating? Because denominator is contained, right? Okay. Terminating decimal expansion. We have solved it here. So again, here it contains only 13. So no factors of 2 and 2 or 5 or both 2 and 5 are available. So non-terminating. Non-terminating. Okay, I'll remove this part. Okay, just a second. Non-terminating. I'll write. Correct. Now next 13 question number. If I have something like 2 by 11, then again non-terminating. Good. And sorry, 14 one. Now 14 says 3 divided by 400. Right. So this decimal expansion will be terminating or non-terminating. Yes, exactly. It will be terminating because it contains factors of only 2 or 5. That's fine, right? So again, terminating decimal expansion. No need to divide and check, right? So these were the most important questions from this chapter till exercise 1.3. And one more thing, we have to classify some numbers as rationals or irrational, right? You have to classify such numbers as rationals and irrationals. So you have Q complement. So rational numbers and no irrational numbers के लिए categorize करना है numbers को. So if I have some numbers like √23, कौन सी category का होगा? Rational या irrational? Yes, exactly. This will be irrational number, right? And second one, if I take, okay, rather I should try this, but not here. So here, what you will be doing is you have to tell that whether The answer is rational number or irrational number. Correct. So this is irrational. Again, root 2 to 255. Then again rational number or irrational number. Sorry, it was not 255. It was 225. My bad. Right, 225. So again, this is a 225 is a perfect square of which number? Is it a perfect square or not? That's the question still. What is the square of something like 15? Yes, exactly. Square root of 15, so square of 15 is 225. Exactly, correct. Now moving ahead, which is this a rational number 0.3796? Yes, it is a rational number. Again a rational number because स्क्वायर रूट के अंदर आपने एक स्क्वायर वाला टर्म लिखा है जो ऑलरेडी स्क्वायर है किसी नंबर का. सो अगेन उसको देख सकते हैं, उसका कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है इतना. देन नेक्स्ट नंबर, इफ यू हैव समथिंग लाइक फर्स्ट सेकंड थर्ड टाइप वाला where answer is something like 7.47, 7.478, 478, dot, keep going on, right? So how many digits are getting repeated again and again? 3 digits. So it is this type of decimal expansion. Yes, exactly. Non-terminating, repeating, and non-terminating, repeating decimal expansions are, yes, exactly. They are multiple, sorry, rational numbers, right? And here it will come under the category of rational numbers because non-terminating and repeating decimal expansion is skews. And irrational numbers, if we have certain example like 4, let's take an example which is 1.101001000, right? As a 10001, so something like this kind of numbers. This is irrational number because there is no pattern which is getting repeated again and again. Correct. In the next class, we'll be looking at the operations on real numbers, right? For today, that's it. और आज के लिए बस इतना ही. नेक्स्ट क्लास में फिर मिलते हैं इसी आशा और उम्मीद के साथ कि मैंने जो आपको क्वेश्चंस बोले हैं वो होमवर्क में जो आप कर लीजिएगा और उससे आपको प्रैक्टिस हो जाएगा. आज के लिए बस इतना ही. धन्यवाद. बहुत बहुत आभार.